top 10 types of magic. Today I'm gonna share with you top 10 types of magic and their signs. And at the end of the clip, you can recognize which type of magic is affecting individual. Please bear with me. What is the first type? The first is سحر التفريق. Probably you have heard this name, سحر التفريق, or let's say in English version, the separation magic. What is it exactly? The separation magic can affect on specifically couples and spouse. However, it can affect on people between two friends, between people, and so on. So in this type of magic by the name of سحر التفريق, you have to know it is the most common type of magic that causes separation, and let's say it brings about enmity between two people. In this case, one or both individuals will begin to feel an unnatural and involuntary hatred towards the other, to the point there where they can no longer bear or be around each other. They try to be far from each other. They cannot tolerate each other. For example, if you're sitting down in the place and the guy, your friend, joins you, definitely you try to leave the place. So when they see or speak to other person, they experience intense emotional distress, shortness of breath, headaches, change in complexion, and strong urge to separate quickly. And regarding the couple, sometimes it causes divorce. It's too bad, but it's the reality. Intrinsically, you have to know the affected person often does not understand the reasons for such intense hatred or these unnatural symptoms, and is puzzled as to why they cannot tolerate the other person. So they don't know what's going on. They don't know what's the logic behind this kind of hating each other, and they cannot tolerate each other, but it exists with no reason, with no natural cause. So I'm gonna share with you some signs of this case of magic by the name of سحر التفريق, separation of magic. What is the first? The first is sudden change in a person's emotions from love to hatred. They used to be with each other for a long time without any arguments, without any fighting and so on, but right now they hate each other. Love changes to hate. So it's the first sign. And the second is creation of doubt between two or more people, such as between a husband and wife, brother and sister, etc. They doubt each other regarding actions and so on with no reason. They are doubtful. Number 3, refusal to accept apologies and exaggerating the causes of disagreements even if they are trivial. They cannot accept such a person, let's say such a person who is bewitched cannot accept any excuse, right? And going to discuss about everything, about excuse, about, and try to make arguments from time to time. However, there is nothing to talk over it, there is nothing to argue, but they try to open an argument. The next one, the next sign and let's say indicator of separation of magic, سحر التفريق, which is really important, and unfortunately we see some people refers to the magician, or let's say sorcerer, to perform sihr tafriq out of because of, let's say, they are envious, they don't out of envy, they cannot see your success, they cannot see that you are successful in your life, and so on. For this reason, they refer to magician and ask them to perform this kind of black magic and ruin your life. There would be a lot of reasons behind that. Anyway, let's continue with the next one. Number 4. Changes in how the individuals perceive each other's appearance, right? For example, you can imagine you're okay with her or his appearance, but all of a sudden you realize, no, she's not beautiful enough. I cannot tolerate her appearance, or vice versa, no difference anymore. The next one, number 5, seeing everything the other person does as unpleasant without any reason, even if the actions are positive. It's crystal clear. Number 6, the place where the other person resides becomes unpleasant. For example, a husband or wife may become happy and energetic, so active outside the home, but as soon as they enter the house, they become anxious and upset. On the same roof, they cannot tolerate each other and they get angry with no reason again. However, he's okay. However, the guy is totally good when he is outside the home. So these are signs and indicators for sihr tafriq. However, if you would like to get more familiar with this kind of sihr, separation of magic, definitely you need to take a look at the other clips and watch them to get more familiar with them. You can see on our channel. Number 2, what is the next sihr? The next type of magic is by the name of the love magic. What is it? The signs of love magic. Do you know? It's another type of magic performed by let's say magician is to love magic. Let's call love magic. Usually verbal arguments and kind of disagreements occur between a husband and wife in the home, and you can solve it. There is a lot of solution. But sadly, in this case, some people refer to the magician and ask him or her, the magician to perform a black magic. They don't know it's black magic, but in reality it's black magic. To solve the problem, what is it? To ask the magician to do something special for me, to plant my love in my wife's heart, or vice versa, husband's heart, no difference, right? And they don't know they are destroying their lives by their hands, right? It's not okay to control somebody by yourself under the magic. If you're lovable, definitely you will be loved by somebody else. If you are not, no need to refer to somebody else, right? No need to refer to the magician. So they go and see a magician and ask him to use love magic to make themselves loved by the other person. So they visit a magician in order to use love magic to make themselves loved by the other person. For love magic, I'm gonna share with you their signs. The first is an extraordinary and unnatural feeling of love and affection for another person, such as a spouse, etc. He goes to love his spouse, like a crazy man. It's really abnormal. It's not normally at all. Number two, excessive desire for intimacy. Number three, inability to tolerate the absence of a woman or etc. However, it's really okay to be like this, but in a normal case, in a normal, way, not more than normal one. Definitely, it's a kind of illness that someone cannot tolerate, cannot, bear that his loved or her loved being far from him or her, right? The next one, number four, blind obedience to the sorcerer, let's say the magician, even though these individuals admit their mistakes, they unknowingly repeat them without seeing, around, without thinking, just going to accept whatever the magician says blindly, without thinking. So, up until now, you got to know sihr for love. The love magic. They try to make the love bigger than a normal one. Definitely, it is haram. Definitely, it brings about jinn and, let's say, spell in your life, and it has a lot of side effects. How come? Because of, it comes from jinn. I can remember somebody called me from one of the city of Iran and told me, Sayyid, we got performed such a magic and asked a magician to do it for my children, actually for my boy, to be loved by a girl. And it was really nice. Definitely it worked out. But right now, after a long while, by long while, couple of years past, there is a lot of problems. They cannot tolerate each other, right? And they make decision to get divorced. See, it's exactly the side effect of such a black magic by the name of Sihrul Muhabbat, love magic. Be careful. Never refer to them. If you're looking for being loved by your partner, we have a lot of things to do. A good manner is the first way. You have to have a good behavior, right? Good speaking, and so on. And we have some recommendation from Ahlul Bayt, salawatullah alayhim ajma'in. Some Quranic verses even should be recited regarding love, right? Some even prayer we have, some dua, some adhkar, we've been recommended by Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. So no need to refer to the magician. Be careful. Let's continue with the third type of magic. What is it? Magical weakness. What is it exactly? Listen carefully, listen up. A person may during their life fall into a state of which they are unaware, a condition that leads them to weakness, laziness, and withdrawal and isolation. Just like madness and insanity, it should be noted that weakness and laziness may also have a natural cause. We are not talking about natural cause, right? So if you're suffering from laziness, if you're suffering from isolation, and you cannot go out to work good, to work enough, and you think that fatigue comes to you with no reason, With no reason, definitely you have to first and foremost see a doctor, and you have to take a medical checkup. And if there is no any natural cause, so you can jump to the conclusion that there is something else by the name of magic. There is kind of a spell, right? So be careful. At the beginning, no one can say you're suffering from black magic or some kind of this. I mean, sihr za'af, weakness from magic. No. After all these natural cause, and there is no such a natural cause, we can recognize there is something else, something metaphysical one, right? So it has no connection to magic and can be cured with medical treatment. Just you have to see a doctor, right? However, a particular type of weakness is related to magic, and in addition to the signs, as I mentioned, such as fatigue, laziness, and kind of the weakness and so on, I'm gonna share with you some more signs to recognize this type of magic better. What is the first? Number one, a desire for isolation and seclusion. They try to be alone all time. They say no, I'm okay, we can stay at home alone. Even close the door, lock the door, and say no one calls me, just I'm really interested to be alone, right? He's not interested or she's not interested in participating in any party, right? Isolation. Number two, complete withdrawal. Number three, constant silence. They speak a bit, right? It's not really normal one. Number four, aversion to gatherings. Number five, lack of peace of mind. However, you can see he's quite silent, but actually in his or in her mind, he has a lot of things, circling and moving and hurting him, right? And the last sign is calm demeanor combined with constant weakness. So, what is the next of type of magic? Number four, magic of sounds. What is it? What do you mean by magic of sounds, right? Or let's say in Arabic version, sihrul aswat, sound or sound. This form of magic is intended to disturb the peace and comfort of a person. Probably you can understand what I'm saying, and you can see what does it mean. Hearing sounds, harboring suspicion and distrust towards close relatives and family members, temporary insanity, etc., or caused by the devil assigned to this type of magic, right? What kind of signs we can count for it? Let's go. Number one, nightmares and bad dreams. So it's crystal clear. In this case, they can see, or let's say they can hear something strange, some strange and weird voice and sounds around. However, a normal one cannot hear that. The signs, let's see. The first is nightmares and bad dreams. They cannot sleep well at all. They cannot sleep calmly. Number two, a person is constantly calling them by name in their dreams. They see or they constantly they can hear somebody is calling. Somebody is calling you in your dream, right? The next one, number three, in a awakened state, people Call them by their name or surname without the person being able to identify the source of the voice. No one can see the who is calling. Just you can let's say it like this. A bewitched person, let's say a bewitched person can hear some strange voice around him with no source, right? And if he says, "Hey, who is there?" Everyone around him saying, "No, there is no any voice, there is no any sound." It's a kind of delusion for you, but it's not delusion. Definitely it comes from magic. Number 4, excessive obsession or compulsiveness. Is crystal clear. Number 5, suspicion and mistrust towards friends and others. Right? They are doubtful. They cannot trust everyone. And the last one, the last sign and indicator of this type of magic is animals chasing them in dreams. You might be familiar with it. I don't know. You have such a sign or specifically the last sign or not. But from time to time, when I'm saying this one or all signs, it doesn't mean you have to have all together. No. Most of them should be enough, right? Specifically the last one. When somebody has the nightmare, it doesn't mean it should be constantly, night by night, every night that he has nightmare. No, probably it would be enough even 2 or 3, let's say twice even is enough for a week to have such a dream that he is followed and chased by some animals, specifically dogs and cats, right? So these all signs for the magic of sounds. Let's continue with the next type of magic. And prior to touching the next type of magic, I'll let you know, brothers and sisters, if you're looking for a solution, if you're looking for the remedy to be cured, if God forbid that you realize you're under the black magic, you have some enemies, you have some magician around you, and they do perform something against you, definitely the best solution is Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Inshallah, at the end of the clip, I'm gonna share with you one of the greatest and the best and the most beneficial solution to remove black magic, to break the spell, and inshallah you get benefits. No need to refer to the magician at all. No need. Never. Stop it. Make sure they cannot do something for you to help you out. Never. Exactly vice versa. They are not for, they are against you. Number 5, magic of illness. It's obvious. You can understand it. This magic aims to physically harm the individual. In this type of sorcery, a person is afflicted with a physical illness without any medical reason or clear cause and without a history. I'm saying again, without any natural cause, you're always are sick. Sickness comes to you, illnesses comes to you without any reason. The illness typically involves a disturbance in the function of one of the internal organs of the body. For example, it doesn't work. Your hand doesn't work good, right? Or your neck, or your eyes, or no difference between organs, right? One of the important point here that I'm telling you right now is this: In diagnosing this type of magic, we have one way to diagnose, to recognize this type of magic is that if Quranic verses reciting specifically related to the jinn and ayat of sihr and magician are recited over the affected person, over the bewitched person, they will show specific reactions, right, in response. So if the person experiences symptoms such as sweating and shivering, you know, when you're playing Quranic verses or reciting Quran, shivering, sweating, something like this, suffering from dizziness and headaches and something like this happens due to the magic. Some signs of the type of magic are as follows. Number one, persistent pain in a part of the body without any medical cause. Again, without any medical cause. Number two, nervous due to stress or anxiety. Number three, weakness and lameness in the body along with the complete lethargy. Number four, a feeling of pain throughout the body. Number five, we are talking about this type of magic which can impact on your physical body. Number five, impaired functioning of the five senses. Number six, unexplained loss of appetite, right? He or she is not interested in having dinner, lunch, rejects all things. I'm not okay. Mom, I cannot join you for dinner. Hey, what's wrong with you, my daughter? I don't know, just I'm good. Right? Something like this. You can analyze by yourself. You can imagine it. It's a really a strange one, right? But you can analyze by yourself through these all signs. And the next one, numbness, muscle spasms, or pain in the shoulders, hands, feet, or entire body. Number 8, a heavy feeling in the body, especially upon waking, as if carrying a heavy burden. Do you know? Have you ever had it? Frequent and unexplained forgetfulness. Irritability without reason and inability to tolerate family and those close to them. Changing behavior. A feeling of tightness in the chest and difficulty breathing comfortably. The next one, despair about everything and a sense of satanic whispers or temptation. Do you know? Temptation of Satan and kind of whispering around ears can be heard, right? Can be lessened. The next one, unusual or strange rashes appearing on the body, right? It's one of the important point and sign and let's say symptom. Number 14, complete paralysis of the body. In some cases, sometimes, not always. And the last sign is the appearance of illnesses that doctors are unable to diagnose or treat. Okay? So what is the next type of magic? The next is related to the marriage. It would be really important specifically for ladies. Let's say this is the magic of blocked luck, right? Or let's say inability to succeed in marriage. In this type of magic, an individual seeks to prevent a person from getting married. They perform something, some magic to close, to prevent you from getting married. God forbid by visiting satanic, magician. Definitely they are not human being. Let's say they are Satan. They provide the name. We a lot of time say that be careful, never share your name and your mother name to the others, in particular to the magician. They are really dangerous. How can you risk like this? Never. Stop it, please, sister, brother, stop it. When you share your name and also your mother name, it means you are opening the gate for them, right? When you open the gate by your hands, everything can come to you. Everything can comes up to you, let's say, right? That's why you have to, you have to be awaited for everything. So along with even the piece of clothing and a strand of hair we mentioned in some separate clip, a nail, a photo, or something personal, refer to the magician, sorcerer, and ask them through these all things you can start your black magic to ruin the life. So in severe case, let's say, of this magic, it has been observed that a suitor, upon entering the person's home, immediately feels, suffocated, and the world appears dark to them. She says, "Oh Sayyid, I have no any proposal." And if sometimes it happens, it occurs, and someone calls my mom and comes to my home, but with no reason, with no any good reason, the man says, "No, I cannot tolerate here. I have to go out. I'm suffocated," and something like this, and try to leave the place, right? And never calls. So they feel a strange urge to leave the house as quickly as possible, and they escape. It comes from such a magic. So let's break it down. Some other signs of this magic include: number 1, a persistent headache and doesn't improve with medication, especially when the topic of marriage comes up. The girl cannot tolerate the topic of, marriage. Number 2, a feeling of chest tightness, particularly from the evening until late at night. Number 3, surge of negative thoughts and excessive daydreaming, along with the sense that the suitors appear very unattractive. After the proposal meeting, the girl thinks, no, he is not a good for me, he wouldn't be a good mate for me, tries to provide a lot of ridiculous excuse, right? It comes from black magic. Number 4, distress, anxiety, and restlessness in dreams. Number 5, constant stomach pain. Number 6, that is the last, pain at the lower back. Let's go to touch the next one. 7, this type of magic by the name of dusting magic or spreading magic, how it works and its signs. Let's take a look at it. As the name suggests, once this type of magic is requested and performed by sorcerer, the person requesting it is given a substance to spread, depending on the purpose of the magic. So the substance is to be placed on the ground in front of the door or walls or clothes or even on the bed. That's why most of the time I I recommend you. No need to allow people to come to your private room. Stop it, come on, lock it. No, saying it's not that good, it's kind of rude. No, it's not rude at all. You have to respect yourself. You don't know who he is, right? However, he is your friend, but it's okay. You're my friend. It's your position. I really love you. I really like you. It's okay. But please, let's be out of my home. You can go out with him or her. It's okay. But in your home, no. Stop entering. So this magic is spread around the home or in front of the victim's workplace. I let you know often it is used to strengthen previous spells that have been cast in the home. You know, there is a spell in the home, so through this kind of magic and going to recite something on the water, you know, and or I don't know what is it, this liquid exactly, and then going to activate this spell which is at your home. However, on its own, it has the ability to function independently and cause harm to the individual or even the entire family. Okay? So another point that is important, due to the involvement of the feet in this type of magic, the signs are often related to this part of the body. The first one, severe foot pain, pulsing, or a feeling of head in the soles of the feet. The next one, becoming angry immediately he or she enters his or her own home. Next one, noticing a foul odor in the house at specific times of the day, right? With no reason again. The next one, headaches experienced by multiple family members. It's not related to some person, it's not personal, it's related to every member of the family on the same roof, right? The next one, nightmares and fear during the night, swelling of the feet or the appearance of bruising. The next type of magic by the name of binding magic. What is it? This type of spell is meant to prevent sexual intercourse between a married couple, and you know it is really dangerous and quickly going to divorce, no doubt. In various ways for both men and women. It has some branches I'm going to share with you. The first is repulsion towards intercourse. You know, they hate to have some relationship, to sleep with each other, to have intercourse, right? I'm not talking about just men, even for women, vice versa, no difference, right? And the next branch is impotence in men. This spell can also cause sexual dysfunction in men, leading to an inability to perform sexually. The man is unable to sex with his wife. It comes from magic. And the last branch, and then inshallah I'm going to share with you some signs. The last branch is sexual dysfunction in women, right? Men and women. In addition to these signs, other common signs of this binding spell include the first, fainting or losing. Specifically, these signs, most of them are related to the ladies. Listen carefully, please. The first is fainting or losing consciousness during intercourse. Number two, shortness of breath and anger during intercourse. Number three, increased imagining and suspicion regarding sexual relations. Number four, severe dizziness during or after intercourse. And number 5, discharge of colored and full smelling fluids from the genital area. And number 6, feeling of bloating in the womb. Number 7, pain in the lower back and ovaries. Number 8, a desire for adultery or infidelity. Number 9, crying without cause during intercourse. And number 10, lack of enjoyment or pleasure from sex. Right? Number 11, a tendency toward masturbation. It's really dangerous. And the last sign and indicator for this type of magic is a feeling of shame after intercourse, right? If you have even some of them, you have to know if there is no any natural cause, you have to know there is something else by the name of magic. So it's the 9. I'm gonna share with you the last type of magic. So what is the last type of magic I'm gonna share with you that is really dangerous one? The magic of not having baby, right? They like you. They perform some magic to have no baby, right? So probably there is no any medical issue and refer to the doctor. There is nothing. But some magician, unfortunately for some reasons, for some satanic reason definitely, they perform something to prevent you from babies, right? So let's take a look at some signs of this magic. The first is the mother. The mother, however, you know, the lady, it's crystal clear. It's the nature for lady. They're interested in having baby. But in this case, they hate. You know, a bewitched person, a lady under this black magic, she definitely dislikes to have baby. Number 2, when she recognizes that there is a baby, there is something probably in my womb going to miscarriage it. It's really dangerous, even it's incredible, but it exists, right? Dear brothers and sisters, if you see what type of magic you have, you need to look for a solution. I'm going to share with you right now the solution. One of the greatest solution for removing black magic, for breaking this spell, is the recommendation of Imam al-Jawad, the 9th Imam, the son of Ali ibn Musa Raza salawatullah alayhima, by the name of Herzul Jawad salawatullah alayh. It has a lot of benefits. According to Imam al-Jawad salawatullah alayh, if you're suffering from black magic, no matter what kind of is it, no matter, just you have to have this miracle of Ahlul Bayt. You have to carry with yourself definitely, which is written on their skin, with all required, you know, the etiquettes, so you get benefits from it, and inshallah you can break the spell.